The off-season program. I don't know how much time you had to install it and
Right.
implement and get people excited about it. But what was that like?
Um, you know, all in all, the culture of softball now, and unfortunately, I think you and I were talking earlier about how people become masters of their trait. Softball is that sport. I mean, I see athletes come out. I have one on the team, and she's not playing club ball, but she's athletically gifted enough to make the team. And so, as far as the off season, I indirectly but directly, I just had them play, and meaning winter league and other things. I just needed to see myself and the coaching staff that I introduced into this program. I needed them to see what we were working with. So it's great, but it makes it a really long year
So
because
JV softball also in the winter,
yes,
just like JV baseball.
right,
So I just talked to a coach, Shannon Hirai. He called me up, well, like around 3:45,
right,
and he's stepping down. He coached for 23 years,
right,
and plus before that as an assistant. But he said the last 3 years, he and his staff did
everything.
JV baseball, JV.
Right.
So that's basically winter, spring,
Right.
American Legion, and he said, "Yeah, you got tired."
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's why, as a program, I've got to find the right pieces. I mean, your coaching staff, the days of Ironman coaching, as far as like what you're talking about, it's gonna take its toll. It's gonna take its toll. So developing a program and all like that, you got to find the right people with the same vision. That's my job. I mean, I'm not saying that day in, day out, I'm the coach and it's my way or the highway. You got to get the right people surrounding you, and I do. I mean, I have the right coaching, and can it get better? Can it improve? Definitely, it could. But it's to build upon. Yeah, I mean, you lay the foundation and you build upon it. So, going back to what you said about winter sport, honestly, our season starts regardless if I'm head coach or not. It starts from the last 2 weeks in July, all the way till today. So
So you got him over here. You got a beautiful batting cage here.
Right.
It's covered. No charge.
no charge, no charge.
And they can come in and get their cuts.
Yes.
There's no limit.
No limit. In fact, that's a key sign of where your program is gonna go. If you got nowadays, and I hate to reflect right back to what you're saying. I mean, mastering their trait. You got to do the above and beyond. I mean, practice day in, day out. Everybody does it, but to be successful, you got to put in that extra time. I mean, what you lack in that 2-3 hours, 5 days a week, you got to put in on your own time.
Yeah. I remember a year ago, I was at Mililani covering something, and there's Mama Rivera and
Yeah.
and I think Coach Glenell and another kid. They were just like a year and a half ago, and they're in there swinging
Yes.
in the off season, and it's getting dark,
Mhm.
and I'm like, yeah, that's what it takes. The kids that played this year, Cameron, we've talked about this
Right.
off camera. What are you gonna miss most about their personality as a group? Every year is different, I think, right?
Yeah, I have 8 seniors, and they all brought a different trait. You know, hats off to them to put up with me. I mean, I coached them before, but once you change roles, it changes everything too, perspectives and all like that. But it must have been confusing for them. Like, oh, one year he's our assistant coach and now he's our head coach, and their personalities. That really showed me what type of team I had. I mean, because there's a lot of ups and downs. I mean, you hit it right on the nose. I mean, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you can't put them together, I mean, I've seen it coaching this sport. I've seen talented teams, a whole bunch, not two.
Yeah.
And it takes someone to make them a well-oiled machine and put it together. I mean, by no means do I ever forget the coaches of the past and all like that. And I truly thank them for having this up to the point where we just needed to just change the focus a little.